Hello, this is wmpyr. The last video was basically an intro. In this video, I want to show you the actual techniques, and then in the third video, I want to take it to the next level. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing is, Bella is going to throw a punch at me, and what I'm going to do is a destruction. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this technique right here, which is I'm taking their punch, and as they're throwing the punch, I'm just making it hit my elbow right here. Now, this works very, very well with boxing because boom, boom, as you can see, these are the 4 different options, and it allows you to cover up, so it's very, very compatible to boxing, and therefore, I can do this in full contact, okay? I don't expect, once again, for their arm to be incapacitated, but you know, I could use this as a means, as a way for me to not get hit. Okay, so I could try to use this boom and try to cover up, and it works for me that way. So if I can do it, you should be able to do it as well. Okay, so now the next thing is, in the previous video, I said that I cannot trap from here. Okay, so this is where they're throwing a punch, and this is boxing range, essentially. We're gonna be boxing from here, and from here to do stuff like this, boom, boom, I'm telling you that I'm not fast enough, all right? So basically, once again, it doesn't mean that the trapping techniques are garbage. What it means is this is the wrong time to utilize those techniques. So the question is, when is the right time to use the techniques, okay? And for me, in my personal research, I found that it's in the clinch. So out here, I can't, but in the clinch, I can. Why? Because the clinch is essentially stand-up grappling. And grappling, the nature of grappling is that it slows things down, okay? It can be very, very fast, but the nature of it is that it definitely makes everything slower, okay? And that's why in MMA matches, UFC fights and stuff, when they go to the ground, a lot of times the audience starts booing because it's slow and they think it's boring, all right? So, but that is gonna help me for trapping wise, because remember, I can't do it here because speed was an issue. But now in here, in the grappling, in the clinch, in the stand-up grappling, now when things become slower, then I can do my trapping techniques. Okay, so the question is, how do I get from here outside to here? And I said the first thing is I'm going to go ahead and do a destruction, okay? It doesn't have to be all the way like this. It could just be boom, right here, and I cover up, okay? So, but from there, I still need to get into the clinch. And the way to do it, in the video where I showed you guys about real world everyday training, I talked about practicing this at a busy grocery store, or just when you go out to the mall or whatever, and you're doing small movements like so, where you're actually practicing the techniques like this. Okay, so as people pass by, that's your timing that you're working on, and you're doing stuff like this, okay? So if you're at the grocery store and then all of a sudden a mom is pushing a cart and comes out of nowhere, this should automatically go boom. This should come out like this, okay? Boom, just like this, boom. Okay, what this is, this motion right here, okay, this is essentially from our heaven 6 motion right here. See, as you can see, boom, from right here, this, from right here, I could go into the heaven 6. So from right here, as I go, boom, like this, the heaven 6 can pop out from there, okay? So if I'm, once again, walking at the grocery store and a cart comes out of nowhere, boom, whoa, okay? There is nothing abnormal about this. I'm not going like that and freak out the lady. That's not what I'm doing. I'm going like this. Okay, whoa, you know, oops, excuse me. That's perfectly normal. Okay, so that should be in your muscle memory, all right? And what I'm gonna do here is essentially, if this is his arm, I'm going to do this to his arm, okay? So if you look at this, this is the infamous X block in karate, okay? That's what's happening here. Please don't think though that there's a knife coming to my head and I'm doing an X block like this. That's not what's happening here, okay? So from this stance, okay, if they're taking some kind of stance like this, I see their arm, I see where it's at, and I'm using this to jam it, and if I can, I want to land a strike right there, okay? So I'm just basically trying to pin their arm to their body, and I'm slipping in a strike, but there's forward pressure, and now I'm in the clinch, okay? So it's not, once again, like they're coming in with some kind of knife stab, and I'm going, ha! And I'm blocking like this, or they're trying to kick me in the groin, and I'm blocking like this. That's not what I'm doing here, okay? So if they throw a punch, boom, destruction, and then I see where their arm is, boom, like this, okay? And here's that strike that I can sneak in. If there is no obstacle, their arm is like right here, and they're like this or something, okay, I could just go right away in this way and just hit them directly. The forearm area, the blade of the forearm can actually hit their collarbone. It could hit their rib area right here, boom. But either way, I'm in the clinch, and that's the idea. Okay, so once again, the idea here is for me to do this, boom, and to go into the clinch. So it's not like, boom, I'm out here, and then bam, I start trapping. No, because, you know, this is not technically a full clinch. What I'm trying to do here is this, and get super close to them, pin the arm to them, okay? So from here, we're grappling now. I could go into a tie clinch, okay? From this grappling situation, they're gonna be grappling back, okay? If not, then we could push off and start again. But once I'm in this close, from here, boom, and I sneak in this punch, now from this situation here, now I can do this because we're grappling. Things are slower. So from here, boom, like this. If he pulls the arm out right there, boom, I can do this no problem. And then, like I said, we are grappling. So I'm gonna, right here, I have an overhook. Am I going to underhook? You know, we're gonna do stand-up grappling, Greco-Roman or Muay Thai style. You know, that kind of thing is gonna happen. And that's what I want. That's where I wanna be. Okay, so one more time, real quick. He throws a punch at me, and then boom, I do a destruction like this, okay? And he's probably gonna bring his arm back. He's not just gonna leave it out there for me. So let's say that's this right here, okay? So that's what he's doing, okay? So from here, I'm gonna come in with this, okay? This is my entry right here. So I'm gonna use this, the infamous X block, but I'm not using it in the wrong way. So I'm using this to come in. And then you see this is a punch, but the main idea is not the punch. The main idea is to trap and to get in to this right here. This is where I wanna be, right here, in this grappling range. So I'm gonna be giving forward pressure. He's gonna give back forward pressure. Okay, so from here, we're trying to figure out what to do. Boom, this is where the trap comes in. Okay, so boom, right here. Now I have an underhook from here, and I can go into other types of traps as well. So that's the idea. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.